We have talked about modality quality control throughout this semester, and modality quality control is about testing the modality unit's performance and complying with regulatory agencies. PACS QC has a broader scope. Some PACS components, like the monitors, have regulatory requirements, but many PACS components don't. PACS QC is about making sure the whole system is healthy and performing well. And by now, you are all aware that the PACS system is mission critical and there are significant repercussions when it goes down. A high availability or continuous availability are two commonly used terms to categorize system reliability. There is a continuum of high availability solutions ranging from 2 nines. So 99% system availability by using a hot spare solution. You're talking 2 nines. A PACS system with 99% system availability would not exceed 88 hours of downtime per year. If your PACS system is down 88 hours in 12 months, well, Taco Bell's usually hiring. So, just because you say your system, well, it works 99% of the time, it might sound good. That's 88 hours of downtime. Not good. Well, what if you can get 4 nines? My system is up 99.99%. Well, that system will probably be available by using a clustered server solution, and a PACS with 99.99 system available would not exceed 1 hour of downtime per year. 365 days. It better not be down more than 1 year or you don't have 4 nines of availability. You got that, you got a good system. But what about the gold standard? 5 nines of uptime. What do I mean by 5 nines of uptime? I mean that your system is up 99.999% of the time. And you might achieve that by using a fully hardware fault tolerant PACS solution. And a PACS with the 5 nine availability would not exceed 5 minutes of downtime per year. And if you can reach the holy grail of PACS availability with 5 nines and you're only down 5 minutes out of an entire year, I know one system, one health system, that pays a bonus if you can achieve that. And it's a nice bonus too. So what are 5 nines worth? Most hospitals expect you to minimize PACS downtime, and it's usually written into your job goals for the year to have 4 nines or better of uptime. Asante Health System has a different approach to rewarding system uptime. The IT department has a clock for every hospital computer system. Each time a system goes down, they start the clock, and when it comes back up, they stop it, which basically counts all the minutes or hours a system has been down. At the end of the year, they award systems with 4 nines or better a cash award. There are 4 PACS admins, and if they hit 5 nines for the year, they split $10,000. If they hit 4 nines for the year, they split $5,000. So obviously, there's a big incentive to keep the system running well. So what are the PACS QC tasks? Well, you're going to have monitor QC. This encompasses all monitors that display images for diagnosis or quality review. In other words, all the barcode monitors, plus all the tech monitors, plus all the monitors on the post-processing workstations. Well, what about those monitors attached to regular PCs throughout the hospital that nurses use to review images? No, they're generally not part of the PACS admin's area of responsibility. Monitor QC is also required by the Joint Commission and FDA MQSA regulations. System access auditing. This is another Joint Commission and HIPAA regulatory requirement. You must have a system in place to check for unauthorized system access and inappropriate patient access in PACS. Beyond these 2 activities, what you choose to monitor and how you choose to monitor it is really up to you. So, here are some things you should be checking. First, let me say most modern PACS systems have some form of dashboard that will give you a quick snapshot of how the PACS system is currently performing. That's good for a quick check, but you still need to do your quality control checks. Database backups. Check to make sure an incremental ran every night and a full backup ran once per week. Server updates. Just as PCs get Windows updates, servers get updates. Failing to keep your server updated is just asking for trouble. Server updates have to be validated by your PACS vendor and then applied manually. Server performance logs. The number one cause of PACS downtimes is hardware failure. If you're not checking your performance logs, you're not going to catch that piece of hardware that's going bad until it goes completely bad. Server disk drives. All you need to do is look at the drives on the front, particularly the NAS, and make sure all the indicator lights are green. You know all your disks are working. Well, the core is good. What now? Once you know the core PACS components are good, you should expand your QC activities to the PACS components outside the data center. PACS PCs need Windows updates, and again, those have to be validated by the PACS vendor. PACS PCs should be on a routine maintenance schedule, including being cleaned and vacuumed at least once a year, preferably every 6 months. Backup systems, disaster recovery systems should be routinely brought online and tested. Not checking your backup systems is a recipe for disaster. Imagine getting a flat tire and opening the trunk only to find out that your spare tire is also flat. You're stranded. It's inconvenient if it's your car. It's disastrous if it's $1 million PACS system. This is getting a little long, so I'm going to break this into a part 1 and part 2. Stand by.